In the late 1930s, as tensions mounted across Europe, Soviet engineers gathered in Moscow, driven by a singular vision: to create a tank that could withstand the chaos of war. They sought a design that prioritized simplicity and mass production over intricate perfection. As they sketched and debated, the echoes of history whispered the importance of speed and resilience in the face of impending conflict. The T-34 emerged from these discussions, a revolutionary design featuring sloped armor that deflected enemy fire. Its powerful diesel engine and wide tracks allowed it to traverse the rugged terrain of the Eastern Front. Unlike its contemporaries, the T-34 was built for mass production, embodying the Soviet spirit of resilience and determination. It was a tank designed not just for battle, but to save the motherland. As the T-34 rolled off assembly lines in the early 1940s, it represented a new era in armored warfare. Soldiers, eager and hopeful, trained tirelessly to master its controls. The tank became a symbol of Soviet strength, its silhouette a beacon of hope against the backdrop of a nation preparing for war. Each tank produced was a testament to the collective effort of a nation united in purpose. In the summer of 1941, as Nazi forces invaded the Soviet Union, the T-34 faced its first real test. The initial encounters were brutal, but the tank's design proved effective against the enemy's advanced weaponry. With its speed and firepower, the T-34 began to turn the tide, showcasing the effectiveness of simplicity in design when confronted with the complexities of war. Despite suffering heavy losses, the T-34's resilience became legendary. Soldiers recounted tales of its ability to endure, often emerging from the fiercest confrontations. The tank's ruggedness and reliability inspired a sense of invincibility among the troops. It was not merely a machine. It became a vital partner in their fight for survival and victory. As the war progressed, the T-34 evolved, with improvements made to its armor and armament. Yet the core principles of its design remained intact. It was a testament to the idea that in times of crisis, functionality and mass production could triumph over complexity. The T-34 became a symbol of Soviet ingenuity, embodying the spirit of a nation fighting against overwhelming odds. By the end of the war, the T-34 had become a defining element of the Soviet victory. Its presence on the battlefield was a reminder of what could be achieved through unity and determination. The tank not only saved the motherland, but also transformed the landscape of armored warfare, leaving an indelible mark on military history that would influence future generations. As the war intensified, Soviet engineers faced a daunting challenge: create a tank that could withstand the brutal realities of the Eastern Front. The T-34 emerged from this crucible, designed with simplicity in mind, prioritizing functionality over complexity. Its sloped armor and powerful diesel engine were revolutionary, allowing it to traverse the harsh landscapes of war while offering superior protection against enemy fire. The T-34's production ramped up rapidly, with factories operating around the clock. Women and men worked side by side, assembling the tanks with a sense of urgency and purpose. Each tank was a testament to collective effort, embodying the spirit of a nation determined to resist invasion. The roar of machinery filled the air, a symphony of resilience against the backdrop of war. When the T-34 first rolled onto the battlefield in 1941, it stunned German forces. Its speed and maneuverability allowed Soviet crews to outflank their opponents, while its robust design made it a formidable adversary. The tank's ability to navigate the rugged terrain of the Soviet landscape gave the Red Army a tactical advantage, shifting the balance of power in crucial engagements. The simplicity of the T-34's design meant that it could be repaired quickly in the field. Mechanics worked tirelessly to keep the tanks operational, often using makeshift tools and parts. This adaptability became crucial as the war dragged on, allowing the Red Army to maintain their armored divisions in the face of relentless assaults from the Axis powers. As the war progressed, the T-34 evolved. New variants emerged, incorporating lessons learned from the battlefield. Each iteration balanced the need for firepower and armor with the original design's ethos of simplicity. This adaptability ensured that the T-34 remained relevant throughout the conflict, embodying the spirit of innovation that defined Soviet engineering during these tumultuous years. The T-34 became a symbol of Soviet resilience and ingenuity, inspiring not just soldiers but the entire population. Propaganda posters celebrated its prowess, and stories of its heroics spread through the ranks. Each victory on the battlefield reinforced the belief that this tank, born from necessity, was a critical weapon in the fight for the motherland. By the end of the war, the T-34 had become the most produced tank of the conflict, with thousands rolling off assembly lines. Its legacy was cemented not just in numbers but in the hearts of those who fought. The T-34 was more than a tank. It was a symbol of survival, a testament to the power of design meeting destiny in the face of overwhelming odds. As the war raged on, the T-34 emerged as a symbol of resilience. Its rugged design, with sloped armor and a powerful 76mm gun, allowed it to withstand enemy fire while delivering devastating blows. Soviet factories worked around the clock, producing thousands of these tanks, embodying the spirit of a nation determined to fight back against the invading forces. The T-34 was not just a machine. It was a lifeline for the soldiers on the front lines. The T-34's simplicity in design gave it an edge over more complex vehicles. Soldiers could maintain and repair it with basic tools, allowing for quick fixes in the heat of battle. This practicality was crucial during the brutal winter of 1941, when the Red Army faced relentless assaults. The tank's ability to traverse snowy landscapes and muddy fields made it a vital asset in the fight for survival against the German advance. In the summer of 1943, the T-34 played a pivotal role in the Battle of Kursk, one of the largest tank battles in history. Soviet forces, bolstered by the T-34's numbers and reliability, launched a counteroffensive that would turn the tide of the war. As the sun rose over the battlefield, waves of T-34s advanced, their silhouettes cutting through the haze, embodying the hope of a nation rising from the ashes of despair. The T-34's reputation grew as it faced off against the formidable German Panthers and Tigers. While these tanks were technologically advanced, their complexity often led to mechanical failures. The T-34, with its straightforward design, consistently outperformed its rivals in the field. Stories of its resilience spread among troops, boosting morale and inspiring confidence as they charged into battle, knowing they had a reliable companion in the T-34. By the end of the war, over 84,000 T-34s had been produced, making it the most widely manufactured tank in history. Its legacy was not just in numbers, but in the lives it saved and the victories it helped secure. The T-34 became a symbol of Soviet ingenuity and determination, a testament to the power of simplicity in design meeting the demands of destiny on the battlefield. In the years following the war, the T-34 continued to serve in various conflicts around the world. Its design influenced tank development for generations, proving that sometimes the simplest solutions can yield the most profound results. The T-34 stands not only as a relic of a bygone era, but as a reminder of the strength found in unity and resilience, forever etched in the annals of military history. As the war raged on, the T-34 became a symbol of resilience. Its straightforward design allowed for rapid production, enabling factories to churn out tanks at an unprecedented pace. Workers, often women and young men, labored tirelessly in dimly lit workshops, assembling the tanks piece by piece, fueled by a shared determination to protect their homeland from the advancing enemy. The simplicity of the T-34's design was its greatest strength. With sloped armor and a powerful gun, it could withstand enemy fire while delivering devastating blows. Soldiers trained rigorously in the fields, learning to maneuver the tank through mud and snow, their faces set with resolve as they prepared for the battles that lay ahead. In the heat of battle, the T-34 proved its worth time and again. During the pivotal Battle of Kursk, waves of these tanks surged forward, overwhelming German positions. The roar of engines and the thunder of artillery filled the air as the T-34s advanced, embodying the spirit of a nation fighting for survival against the odds. As the tide of war shifted, the T-34 became more than just a tank. It was a beacon of hope. Civilians watched from the sidelines, their faces a mixture of fear and pride as the armored giants rolled past. Children waved flags, while adults whispered prayers for the soldiers inside, believing that these machines would lead them to victory. The T-34's legacy extended beyond the battlefield. It inspired a generation, symbolizing the power of collective effort and ingenuity. As the war drew to a close, the tank stood as a testament to the spirit of the Soviet people, a reminder that simplicity in design could yield extraordinary results when driven by a shared purpose. In the years that followed, the T-34 became a part of Soviet history, a symbol of victory and endurance. Its design influenced future generations of tanks, proving that sometimes the simplest solutions can lead to the most profound impacts. The T-34 was not just a machine, it was a vital piece of the story of a nation that refused to surrender. As the war raged on, the T-34 became a symbol of resilience. Its robust design allowed for mass production, enabling the Soviet Union to field thousands of tanks. Factory workers, clad in simple uniforms, toiled day and night, their hands stained with grease and metal shavings, as they assembled each tank with pride, knowing their labor was crucial to the war effort. The T-34's simplicity in design allowed it to be repaired quickly on the battlefield. Soldiers, wearing heavy winter coats, gathered around a damaged tank, using basic tools to fix its tracks. The camaraderie among the crew was palpable as they shared laughter and determination, embodying the spirit of survival against overwhelming odds. In the heat of battle, the T-34 proved its worth. As it rolled across the fields of Kursk, its sloped armor deflected enemy fire. The thunderous roar of its engine filled the air, while the crew inside, focused and resolute, prepared to engage the enemy. This tank was not just a machine, it was a lifeline for its crew and a beacon of hope for their comrades. As the war progressed, the T-34's design evolved, but its core principles remained unchanged. Engineers and designers gathered in dimly lit rooms filled with blueprints, discussed modifications. They prioritized functionality over aesthetics, ensuring that each new iteration retained the qualities that made the T-34 a formidable force on the front lines. The T-34 became synonymous with Soviet victory, its presence on the battlefield striking fear into the hearts of the enemy. As it charged forward, flanked by infantry, the sight of its iconic silhouette against the horizon inspired hope among the troops. Each tank represented not just machinery, but the collective spirit of a nation fighting for survival. In the aftermath of the war, the T-34 stood as a testament to the power of simplicity and mass production. Veterans gathered at memorials, sharing stories of their experiences. The tank, now a symbol of victory, was a reminder that sometimes the most effective solutions come from the most straightforward designs, forever etched in the annals of history. As the war raged on, the T-34 emerged as a symbol of resilience. Its design, while simple, allowed for rapid production across factories. Workers, men and women alike, toiled day and night, assembling tanks with remarkable speed, fueled by a shared determination to defend their homeland. Each tank rolled off the line, a testament to collective effort and ingenuity in the face of adversity. The T-34's straightforward design proved advantageous on the battlefield. Its sloped armor deflected enemy fire, while its powerful engine allowed for swift maneuvers. Soldiers marveled at its capabilities, often referring to it as a miracle of engineering. With each engagement, the T-34 showcased its ability to withstand the harsh realities of war, becoming a reliable ally for the Soviet troops. In the harsh winter of 1942, the T-34 faced its ultimate test. As temperatures plummeted, the tank's simplicity shone through. Its robust design allowed it to operate in freezing conditions, while other vehicles faltered. Soviet crews, bundled in heavy coats, operated the tanks with a sense of pride, knowing they were the backbone of the Red Army's counteroffensive against the German forces. As the tide of war turned, the T-34 became synonymous with Soviet victories. Its presence on the front lines inspired both fear in enemies and hope in the hearts of Soviet citizens. Stories of heroic tank crews circulated, highlighting their bravery and the tank's reliability. Each battle won reinforced the belief that this simple yet effective machine was pivotal in saving the motherland from destruction. By the end of the war, the T-34 had become a legend. It was not merely a tank, it was a symbol of the Soviet spirit. Its mass production and straightforward design allowed for quick repairs and replacements, ensuring that the Red Army remained mobile and effective. The T-34's legacy would endure, influencing tank design for generations to come, embodying the idea that simplicity can triumph over complexity. In the years following the war, the T-34 continued to serve in various conflicts around the world. Its design principles became a model for future armored vehicles, demonstrating that efficiency and mass production could achieve remarkable outcomes. The T-34's journey from the assembly line to the battlefield underscored a powerful narrative of resilience, reminding us that sometimes the simplest solutions can yield the most profound impacts. As the war raged on, the T-34 became a symbol of Soviet resilience. Its simple design allowed for rapid production, enabling factories to churn out tanks at an unprecedented rate, meeting the urgent demands of the front lines. Workers, often women and the elderly, labored tirelessly, their hands stained with grease and sweat, embodying the spirit of a nation united in purpose. The T-34's sloped armor and powerful 76mm gun proved effective against German panzers. Soldiers clad in winter uniforms took to the snow-covered fields, their tanks rumbling forward, cutting through enemy lines. Each engagement showcased the tank's ruggedness and the crew's determination as they maneuvered through treacherous terrain, embodying the relentless spirit of the Soviet defense. In the heat of battle, the T-34's simplicity became its greatest asset. Crews could make field repairs with minimal tools, allowing them to remain operational when other tanks faltered. This adaptability was crucial during pivotal moments, as the T-34 often faced overwhelming odds, yet emerged victorious, showcasing its role as a dependable workhorse of the Red Army. As the tide of war turned, the T-34 spearheaded offensives, breaking through enemy defenses. The sight of these tanks rolling into liberated towns brought hope to weary civilians. Children waved and cheered, while soldiers celebrated their victories, embodying a spirit of liberation and resilience. The T-34 had become more than a tank. It was a beacon of hope for a nation on the brink of despair. By the end of the war, over 80,000 T-34s had been produced, a testament to its design and the collective effort of the Soviet people. Each tank represented not just a machine of war, but a story of sacrifice, innovation, and survival. The T-34 had become an indelible part of the Soviet identity, symbolizing the triumph of simplicity over complexity in the face of adversity. In the years that followed, the legacy of the T-34 endured. It became a symbol of Soviet strength and ingenuity, celebrated in parades and memorials. As veterans recounted their experiences, the tank remained a powerful reminder of the sacrifices made. The T-34's story is one of destiny, where a simple design met the needs of a nation, forever altering the course of history. As the war raged on, the T-34's simplicity became a lifeline for Soviet forces. Its robust design allowed for rapid production, enabling factories to churn out tanks at an unprecedented rate. Each assembly line buzzed with activity, workers meticulously piecing together the steel behemoths, their faces a mix of determination and hope. This relentless effort transformed the tide of battle, as waves of T-34s rolled onto the front lines, ready to face the enemy. The T-34's design was not just about speed. It embodied a philosophy of mass production over perfection. Engineers prioritized functionality over intricate details, ensuring that every tank could be repaired quickly in the field. Soldiers learned to adapt, using whatever resources they had to keep their tanks operational. This ingenuity became a hallmark of the Soviet approach, as the T-34s, though not flawless, became symbols of resilience and resourcefulness. In the harsh winter of 1942, the T-34 proved its worth against the freezing conditions. Its wide tracks and powerful engine allowed it to navigate snow-covered terrain where other vehicles faltered. As Soviet troops advanced, the sight of T-34s cutting through the blizzard became a beacon of hope. The tank's ability to endure the elements played a crucial role in the Red Army's counteroffensive, turning the tide against the German forces. The iconic silhouette of the T-34 became synonymous with Soviet strength. Its sloped armor design not only provided better protection, but also reflected a strategic innovation that confounded enemy gunners. As the tanks advanced in formation, their imposing presence on the battlefield instilled fear in the hearts of adversaries. The T-34 was more than just a vehicle. It was a symbol of the Soviet spirit, embodying the nation's determination to reclaim its land. By 1944, the T-34 had evolved through battlefield experience. Modifications improved its firepower and armor, but its core philosophy remained unchanged. The tank was a testament to the idea that simplicity could triumph over complexity. As the Red Army launched its offensives, T-34s led the charge, embodying the spirit of a nation that had learned to adapt and overcome, proving that sometimes the most effective solutions are the simplest. In the final days of the war, the T-34 stood as a proud symbol of victory. Its legacy was not just in its battlefield prowess, but in the lives it saved and the hope it inspired. As the dust settled and the echoes of gunfire faded, the T-34 became a monument to the resilience of the Soviet people. It was a reminder that in the face of adversity, the strength of a nation lies in its ability to innovate and endure.